Patrick, hit us with some stats, won't you?
Teen Titans Go to the movies. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just a pun on the because it's Teen Titans Go is the name of the show.
Yeah,
and then they put Go to the something at every other movie that they did. This is the only theatrical release that they've done. The rest of them have been direct to TV, but yeah, it's kind of crazy that this is the only one that actually went to the movies. But it makes sense because it's Go to the movies.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies was released July 22nd, 2018 at the Chinese Theater in Los Angeles, which is now called the TCL. It's not the Grauman's Chinese Theater. I have no idea. I actually got to see Nick's footprints there. It's like
nice.
They put a barrier so that the frickin' stupid costumed assholes, the homeless assholes who like stand in front and like beg everybody for money the whole time, so that they couldn't block the entrance. But the barrier is right on top of Nick's handprints and fake prints, so I couldn't get a good picture of them. But yeah,
I'm gonna kick that barrier over.
But it was released wide on July 27th, just 5 days later, 2018. Had a budget of $10 million, but made $52.1 million. So 5 times what the budget was, which is substantial gross, really, if you think about it.
I can't believe it made that much money.
It's not terrible. It's just not for us, I feel like.
No.
But at the same time, it does feel like it's for us. It's definitely for kids, but with adults in mind. And I feel like it suffers from the same thing that I feel like a lot of animated projects suffer from these days, in my eyes at least, is it's just like so frenetic and ADHD that it just gets on your nerves after a while. It's like, just calm down and just tell a story for a second and then throw in the jokes. Like, not just joke.
But
flashing colors, lots of things happening. Flashing colors.
I went and watched some of the show after this, and it's true to the style of the show that got 8 seasons. So they did something right.
I mean,
popular.
Kids love it. Yeah,
right. Exactly. It's not for our generation. It's for the generation below us.
Though
and
it's funny as
definitely falls into that comedy standard that they created.
Yeah. It's funny, though, because like a lot of older people seem to love these Teen Titans series as well.
I think they like the original Teen Titans series. I don't know. It's because it's not my cup of tea, but I don't think they like this version of Teen Titans. I think it really is a younger generation that grew up on it.
I've heard adults tell me that they love Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Well, adults also like fucking My Little Pony. Those adults should probably be in jail.
Honestly, I feel like the same crowd is going to get us canceled. I feel like
Jabronis don't come after us, okay?
Who love Teen Titans Go to the movies are the same people who like bronies and stuff. Like I don't know.
100%. Like what you like.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
I truly believe like what you like. This isn't for me. I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah, 100%.
You probably won't like things I like.
You're definitely not going to like our show because it's not.
Yeah, the jabronis aren't watching this.
This was directed by Peter Rita McHale, I think is how you say his name. Has 2 directors, so Aaron Horvath is the other. As we've said many times while we've been doing these episodes, usually they divide it up into 2 camps. So you have an animated director who's kind of over the animators and the visuals of the film, and then you have the one that's over the performances and the actors and all of that stuff. So Peter Rita McHale has worked as a director exclusively on the Teen Titans TV series and the films that have come out since. There's been a few. I think there's like 3 or 4 films. There's a direct sequel that's teased in the post, in the middle of the credits in this one, which was Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, which is, I think, like a multiverse thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it was like the original Teen Titans show.
The original show versus this show.
Yeah. Thank God Nick Cage is not in that, so we don't have to talk about it. But and then Aaron Horvath was actually the director of the Super Mario Brothers, which actually that new one, not the '80s one that we all love because it's such a piece of shit, but the new one that did really well. And then of course he's worked on all of the Teen Titans stuff. So I wonder if he's going to jump off and do bigger things now that he's obviously shown that he can bring in some box office with that Super Mario Brothers, which did way better than anybody expected, especially once we found out that fucking Star-Lord was going to be Mario.
But we've said it before. Kids don't care.
Yeah, kids don't care.
No.
And parents will go to kids' movies.
Yeah, they have to.
Just to get out of the house. Nigel can attest. Just anything to get out of the fucking house.
He doesn't even take the kids. He just goes by himself.
Yeah, how was Super Mario Brothers?
I haven't seen that yet, although I put it on Netflix, and my daughter seemed to like it. So she also likes Mario.
Give it a watch. They did a really good job with that property.
This was written by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek, who is a real jellicle cat who has written a ton of DC animated projects going back all the way to 2002. He's a jellicle cat.
Every time, dude.
Shot by no one, but edited by Nick Kenway, who did that 9 movie, the creepy ragdoll stop motion looking. Mm-hmm. What's that?
Wasn't Frodo in that movie?
I don't know.
Away from the Trust? I think he was. I think he was one of the voice actors in it.
I'm not sure. I always wanted to watch that movie, but then I just didn't. I don't know.
It looked like
a Tim Burton movie to me.
Like a clone of and so I just expected it not to be good, and I never watched it. But I've heard good things.
I have heard really good things about it, that it's actually really good. But I've heard the same thing about Rango, and I still haven't watched that one either. So, I don't know. One of these days. On a international flight one of these days, I'll end up watching that.
Right. That's what flights are good for.
Yeah. That's how I saw Independence Day too.
That's how I saw Hellboy. The reboot.
Watch it on my flight to Ohio in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Oh God. You might want to watch it while you're in Ohio, since there's nothing else to do.
I should watch it. I'm going to watch Dog Eat Dog while I'm there.
He also edited The Penguins of Madagascar, which did really well, I think, right? Those Madagascar movies were like printing money for a minute there.
Yep.
And Brother Bear 2, which I think also did pretty well. Though I don't think there's a Brother Bear 3, so maybe not.
I didn't even know there was a Brother Bear 2.
I didn't either.
Maybe it was a direct-to-video sequel.
Could be.
Seems like, yeah. And then music by Jared Faber, who is a composer for hire who's worked on a ton of random things since the 90s, but mostly he's worked on TV shows and kids shows and stuff like that.
He's like a Cartoon Network guy.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon guy, if I remember correctly.
Ratings. This is shocking, man. Rotten Tomatoes gives this film a 91%. 91%. See, that's what I'm saying. Is like, it seems like adults really like this movie too. Like, I actually, like I've said many times, the second time around, I enjoyed it more than I did the first time. But I just 91% of the critics, 7.2 out of 10 on 136 reviews. That's just mind blowing. I mean, I guess it has to get a 6 or better.
Yeah.
Which I feel like, spoilers, my rating is probably going to be about a 6. So I guess that makes sense. But Jesus Christ, that's a high score for what this is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll save my opinion for the review so we can just keep chugging along.
Same.
I have some things to say. It's not going to be as harsh as you think, but it's just, I got my opinions on this movie and this type of humor, really.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not really my thing, but this I don't know, new audience that is just fucking addicted to 5-second videos on their phones.
Yes,
you got to keep them invested the whole time.
Yep.
Audience score, though, is a little more. I guess it's pretty much the same if you think about it, but it's 71%. So we had a 7.2 out of 10. Audience score is 71%. I don't believe that there's any kind of weight on the audience score. So it's basically the same. Mm-hmm. Metacritic 69%, which is really high for a Metacritic score. Yeah. Anyways, IMDb 6.7 out of 10. Which is a little more accurate, I feel like. And then Cinema Score was a B+.
Wow.
Which is pretty fucking harsh.
Yeah. With all of those scores, that's weird.
Yeah. With the
because like who the hell is going out of their way to see Teen Titans go to the movies opening weekend or whatever and then
shit on
like it.
And then shit on it. Right.
I don't know, man.
I mean, unless it was, unless there was a lot of parents that just had to go because their kids wanted to see it, and then that skewed the numbers down. But they shouldn't be
reviewing the fucking film. Right. They should be giving it an A+ for keeping their kids happy for an hour and a half.
I don't know. That is a really bizarre number.
Yeah. That's harsh. That's coming from me. That's harsh.
I mean, spoilers. I liked the movie, and I have no connection to this property whatsoever. So like, I haven't watched the show before and stuff like that. So that to me, that's really weird to actively go see the movie and then not like it. I guess. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Or enough people not like it to drag the score down to a B+.
B+,
which is low for a cinema score.
For a cinema score that's really bad, which is shocking, especially with the 91%. I don't know. Yeah, it must be the adults. But at the same time, I feel like if you're an adult and you're coming to this, I feel like there's enough for you.
Yeah.
To enjoy the film.
All right.
Yeah. Again, I'll save it for my review because there's some things that I have to say about that.
Vince is going to go off.
It's not going to be as bad as you think. But I'm definitely going to be a little critical of these people that scored it a B+ now that I know that because holy shit, that's harsh. That's harsh.
Pretty bad.
Especially if, like you said, like you're bringing your kids to this film. Like, be thankful that you were able to get them to something that they enjoyed. Might not be for you, but
you probably should enjoy at least some of it. I don't know.
Just enjoy that you're out of the fucking house and your kids are sat for a hour and a half. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll get to it.